it's like brave.
Yeah.
Most of us won't do it. And I think you doing that makes me confront myself, makes me feel like I got to go, okay, well, where am I not being brave?
Yeah.
And so, but this is becoming like a little quote session here, I tell you. Viola Davis posted something probably about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Like, you haven't met all the people who are going to love you yet. And that's such a beautiful thing. You haven't met all of the hundreds and thousands of people who are going to love you. So keep living and still honor your friend. That's how you move on, really. You honor, thank you for the times that we did have, yeah. And you just can't go with me to this next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm just vibrating on a higher frequency, and people don't want to join me on there. Oh well. Yeah.
And if you fall off, I mean, that doesn't mean that because like my grandmother's death, her death made me position some people differently, right? And not that I was trying to. It just, one of my friends always says, like, when you do stuff, like, so you don't cast judgment on people, you just take note, right? So if I'm dealing with you, you just let me take a little note, like for flags, even flags, like red flags and stuff like that. Like, let me just take a note. And so, like, I took new notes during her death. So everybody can be, because what I'd want to do, my goal in life, honestly, even before acting, before being successful as, an actor, director, whatever it is, my number one thing or goal for myself is that every single person can be can be their full selves around me. Like, I want people to always leave better, than they came in my presence. And when we kick it, you always can feel like you can say whatever you need to say. You can be truthful. You can be your whole self, no matter what you are. Even if you just fucking like, you're having a bad day and you want to curse and you're evil and okay, do your thing,
Yeah.
But so my friend, some of my people, I just saw a new light. I took note. And so now, because I want you to be your full self, regardless. And as long as it doesn't encroach upon my personhood, you're good. So I just kind of took note and moved you here, moved you there. So now, but I don't have to stop being your friend, but I have to adjust my energy at which we interact,
Yeah.
If you're trying to get to where you're getting and you really vibrating, folks gonna start, that frequency gonna be too much and they're gonna start falling off. Yeah. But I feel like if you're not really intentional with pursuing those things, though, when you have to add folks to your life for good, like adding a wife to your life for good, you need to be super intentional and also super aware of this must not stop me from being a whole person. Right. This must be something I pick up and travel with me as I get to work. And this person cannot be, they don't own me and I don't own them.
Yeah.
And we're just going to do this thing. But I'm never come home to ask for permission to do anything that I want to do. Like, I'll tell you and I'll check the calendar. But I also expect you don't ask permission to be a person. You don't ask if there's a conflict in the schedule. Let's see what the schedule is. But you don't own me, and I don't own you. And I do whatever the hell I want, and you can do whatever the hell you want, as long as it's respectful and kind to the relationship, right? But but if you should what you do, like I told my girl too, like all my friends I have. All the things I do, how I am with people, depending, no matter what the sex is. So like, if you see the way I talk to women and how kind I am and how respectful I am, and also I am gonna have a whole conversation with a stranger if I want to, then that's what you deal with. If you don't like that, then bye. I am not altering my soul to be with another soul. So, and again, this time I want to be, because I've been married before. This time
Oh, I didn't know that. That's for next conversation.
yeah. So, but this time I'm wiser, I'm smarter, I'm way more emotionally intelligent. I'm clear, and I've been trying to shake all these things that I picked up, as a Black boy in America,
Well, going with our quote thing, Oprah said like the worst. Well, she was saying like the worst line in the movie was "You complete me" in Jerry Maguire, and she said you should come to a relationship as two whole people.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a piece of work.
You're like, I'm a lot to deal with.
I'm a whole lot. But here, and the reason why I say that is because my girl gets so tired of me. Because I say, what we're trying to build is something that's ours. Like, not even like that fairy tale stuff, I ain't with it. Yeah. That complete me stuff is a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna show up whole, present, truthful, but I ain't giving you no fairy tales. Like, if you ask me, I'm not gonna tell you a lie because you my woman. Like, does this dress looks, what does it dress like? It looks stupid, boo. It looks dumb. I hate it. Like, not, well, maybe you should try it. No, you need to be with me. So, and then if you say, hey, well, I like it, because my mother's like that too. Hey, I like it. Then I go, let's go then. No, it don't matter what I think, because it really doesn't.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. Like, the thought of having a husband and not really caring about or a wife who don't, like, you literally get to be a whole person by yourself, even if you ask and they're like, okay, and you feel comfortable enough to go, well, I'm still doing it. Okay. As long as it's not,
Yeah.
Do your thing. So yeah, whole. Nobody got time for no "you complete me." If that's the case, then what was I doing? And then what if I never find anybody?
Yeah. Walking around half a person.
Right. So I'm supposed to be like this half person living a glorious life, connected to God. Like, nah, can't do that. Doesn't work. And I ain't interested. So. And like, the deal is, the best friend is going to be outside of that relationship. If we're quantifying, it's like you can be, and I feel like I have just a lot of good best friends, right? Everybody has their, everybody is in their little pocket, in their little, I don't call one friend if I want some advice about something that's emotionally challenging. Like, I call another friend if it's business. Like, it's like everybody has a place in my soul and my spirit that kind of fits. And I expect them to show up the way they show up. And so, like, I'm not expecting this friend to show up like that friend. So it's like, but, the whole thing about, that the wife and X, Y, and Z, that's just control. Like, and most of the time, the dude it's always like, the dude coming home, because women usually, I'm not that guy, but in the relationship, women usually plan everything and know all the information and know the dates and X, Y, and Z. So it tends up like, so if she plans a trip with her girls, she just plans it and tells him, right? But if he go out, he has to go, can I go? Nah, I'm not doing that. No, here's what I'm doing on the 14th of such and such. What does that schedule look like? Because this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because it might conflict in something that you want to do, but you don't own me. And I don't own you. Yeah.
That's the important part. You don't own her.
I don't. And I think we're gonna be able to fall in love, like some deep, like real type of soul love, because it's not. And I don't believe that we were taught to how to properly relate to a woman, or properly relate to a man, or man to man, a woman. Like, I don't think when it comes to dating, and
we were very separate.
yeah, we weren't taught how to relate to each other for real. And also the rules we picked up for dating don't work. The rules we picked up, I'm so sorry, for marriage don't work.
Yeah.
And like, if I'm dating you and another couple is with us, and you want it to look like that couple, we're doomed.
Yeah. I mean, I think I realized that about my career a long time ago, like when I got out of law school and all that. Because people are like, I'm like, I am not built for a cubicle life. Like, I don't want to spend 8 hours a day doing something just to have money. Like, that is the only purpose. People are like, oh, I hate it here. I'm like, why would you want to spend 5/7 of your life, like every week, at a place you don't want to be just for money?
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of temp jobs, did all these things, and
No, look, I remember being at this company that I worked at as an engineer, and one day I stood up and I said, in the office, now, if this is good as it's gonna get, take me now, Lord. Take me now. Oh, it was like, and I had all the money I needed. Like, I remember like graduating from college, and I'm like, man, I ain't even spend the other checks I got. Like, this is just, but yeah, that's just it that you can't put a dollar sign on a peace of mind, right? Yeah.
I started watching Matthew McConaughey.
Huh?
Matthew McConaughey started doing this series, A Highway to More, and these road trips and these inspirational videos and talks with Tony Robbins and a bunch of like professional motivational speakers and life coaches. You haven't heard anything about it, or?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I've been Matthew McConaughey is my new guru.
Oh, no, the guru to have.
Yeah.
He shows up as, I can tell he shows up as light and love. He kind of. But yeah, so you're gonna do more? You're gonna talk to more?
Yeah. I was listening to one of his videos yesterday, and one of the things he was really talking about, he said the key to his success is journaling. And
Hold on. Oh my God. Wait. So this is one of my journals. It says it always seems impossible until it's done. Yeah. By Nelson Mandela. So my niece gave me this. And so it has been helpful to journal. And also I have like a spillage, because I keep this nice and neat, and it's like, a couple of pages, but sometimes my brain doesn't stop at that page. And I want it to be like very concise and precise, like what I'm feeling right away. And I let it flow, right? Just Then when there's extra stuff that I need to say, I have like another spillage journal. Yeah. When I was in grad school, my teacher, Lauren Whitehead, she said, you must come up with a ritual, because when you graduate, you must have some sort of routine that you do to keep you grounded, basically, and to keep you from going like now, crazy when things aren't really working out for you, or when things aren't. And so, and I say that, I said that to say this, that so every morning I get up, I work out, I check and figure out what I have to do. I go to Starbucks and I get a cup of coffee and I journal. I try to read something, What right now I'm reading like Viola Davis's book. So I'll read a chapter of that, or I'll read a chapter of a book and I like to reread, like not memoirs, but like other group books, like the Four Agreements or something. Like I like to reread. I like to stay on the book for a while, so I reread, so that I can actually pick up the thing as opposed to reading and like, oh, that was great, and I didn't really retain much.
Yeah.
But a ritual.
Yeah.
Get up every day. Okay, this is what I do. I take a walk. I look at nature. Oh, another thing before we wrap. I want to get into like meditating because I didn't understand meditating before, but like I need to quiet this brain. And you talked a lot about your brain is just like I need this brain to have 15 to 20 minutes of nothingness. So I'm gonna get into that when I move back to LA at some point. I'm gonna try to find me a group